So Christian Pulisic finally, after long discussion with Chelsea, AC Milan finally managed to get Christian Pulisic for 20 million euros plus add-ons. What's your say on this?
Yeah, so he's young. I think he's 25 years old, right? And he is talented. I mean, he showcased his talent in Dortmund. Unfortunately, at Chelsea, things couldn't work out. I wouldn't blame it on the player, at least not all everything. There was a lot going on in Chelsea at that time, especially after their win, the Champions League win. The ownership changed, the managers changed, and he was never a part of the team, a part of the first 11 of the team. That may be down to his lack of determination or efforts, but
Not
I do.
termination, it was his injury. He had a really injury-prone career in Chelsea. He started very well, not very well, but he showcased. There were glimpses of the talent he has. I still remember there was a game against Liverpool. Liverpool were winning like 5-1, and he came like just 15-20 minutes before the game. And the way he was just zigzag dribbling the ball and scoring, and he scored a couple of goals as well.
Mm,
And Klopp was totally clueless. He was impressed. His expressions said a lot that he was really impressed with this kid.
yeah.
So he showed the glimpse of what talent does he possess, and uh, I think it's for me it's sort of a new beginning for him. Yes, these 3 years they didn't go as per his expectation, but now he has got another chance, and that too in Syria. The league is not that fast as well, so he can get back to his form, and maybe in future we might again see him in a better club.
Yeah, I mean they so basically AC Milan have punched above their weight in the last couple of seasons. Last season they finished fourth, but they had 70 points on the table. And if Napoli had not played the way they did, they would have been part of the title challenge, I suppose. Because after Napoli, I think it was Lazio at 74 points. So they were quite close. They played well. And especially given the team, AC Milan does not have a star-studded squad, right? They have a decent team, but their manager is good. So Pioli, in the previous season, they won the Serie A, and then in the next season they went up to the semifinals of the Champions League. So he's a good manager, and I think a manager like him can do wonders for Pulisic, who we know that he is a special talent, but somebody needs to kind of guide him and show him what his real potential is. So I think this can prove out to
Exactly.
be a good move for him. Syria is not such a demanding league like this Premier League,
Premier League.
and it's not a demanding club like Chelsea, right? So he can get the time and get the care that he probably deserves to kind of then flourish. So I think it's a good signing
Exactly.
for them. They've also signed Loftus Cheek, so they are kind of going after the players, the Chelsea rejects, I would say. But both those players are talented, so I think they're going after the talents
Cheek.
that they can get for cheap right now, and they would try to build a team with those talents. But I
Loftus Cheek,
think
talented.
yeah, he's decently talented. He's not a bad player as such. I mean, we saw players like Tomori going into
I
Serie A.
think if you ask me, Loftus Cheek and Jesse Lingard,
No, no, no.
I really relate both of them as like similar sort of players.
On a talent level, I would say Loftus-Cheek is more talented than, and physically he's a very strong player. He has a good ball control. He's a good dribbler also. But all these skills, I mean, one thing is being skillful, and one thing is actually implementing those skills on the pitch. So I think a good manager can help that. And again, I say that Serie A is not a demanding league. Milan is not. They don't have to win the Serie A title every season. So it's not a demanding club as well. So they both can kind of. It's a good environment for them, I would say.
They can flourish there and they
Yeah.
can revive their career. That's what I'm saying. That after performing really well, I think Brahim Diaz is a perfect example. He was a part of Manchester City. He went to Real Madrid. For one season, he was there in Real Madrid, but he didn't get much. He couldn't get much games, and then he went to AC Milan. He played there for like 2 to 3 seasons, right? And last season he was doing really well for AC Milan, and again now he's back to Real Madrid.
Hmm.
So a similar sort of thing I can expect with Pulisic, that he can, if he plays, if through at least 2 seasons, if he plays extremely well for AC Milan, there is a chance that he might get back to a good, decent club.
I would say that Milan. So basically, Milan is the best club that he could have got the move for, because otherwise,
Exactly.
what else? What other clubs could have signed him in the Premier League? I think clubs like even Tottenham wouldn't sign him. Don't think so.
Right now, at the moment, he doesn't have that much amount of fitness as well to survive in Premier League. So he went to the correct club. He can improve his game. He can get his game back. And right now, he's very young. By
Yeah,
27, 28, physically also he will grow. And with physical growth and restore, getting back his form, regaining his form, I think I can see him going to a good club
yeah,
later on.
but he needs to step up. Even though it's Syria, he needs to step up. He is being called he's been called Captain America. So he has done nothing to kind of claim that title, right? So he needs to perform really really well. He actually needs to become the best player in AC Milan. At least so Rafael Leao is a different specimen altogether. But after Leao, I think he should be the one that the other team members should look at. He should be their main player. So he needs to step up really.